This is Social Studies, and this week we're going to be talking about civic engagement. As you remember, we've already talked about rights and responsibilities, and then we talked about that really looking at it with a closer lens as we looked at the Japanese internment camp that was here in Utah, which was Topaz. So as we are looking at that, we need to understand, first of all, what is civic engagement and what are our responsibilities. So as we're doing that, one of the things that you should be able to do by the end of this is that you should be able to explain how individuals can influence and affect the organizations when they, and their power that they have when they decide to organize and get organized into groups. And then you should also be able to talk about ways that you as a citizen or other citizens can participate in civic responsibilities. So you're going to be thinking about, we're going to explore that. We're going to look at how other kids have participated in this. And you're going to create your own plan, or at least come up with something that you think you could maybe change in the things that you are doing. All right, so let's talk about that. What is civic engagement? Well, civic engagement is part of a responsibility that you have as an American. As you have opportunities come to you, civic engagement means that's a way to work together and to try and improve your community, try to improve the world if you're thinking really big. So you can participate by volunteering. Maybe you participate in a service project. Maybe you decide, you know what, I want to find out what's going on in my community. How can I make it better? And you do some research. You can raise money or donate to something that you believe in. And you can write letters to those leaders, like to your mayor, to district leaders. If you want to change something about school, to the governor, you can write to the president. There are different ways that you can do this and show that you care about the world you live in. So this slide is about how are other kids engaged? How are they civically engaged? Civic meaning your local government. And as you're looking at these videos, think about, do you think it's better to try to make a difference if you're working alone? Do you think that's easier, or working with other people? And maybe you'll discover that that's maybe dependent on what you're wanting to change. So you're going to watch two videos. The first video is Soul Pancake. Oh my goodness, Kid President. I love Kid President. He does great videos. They're funny, they're engaging, but they have a really good message. So watch that video, and then you're going to watch the second video about a girl named Vivian who got concerned about the fact that there are still children that are basically slaves. And so she decided that she was going to do something about that. So watch her video and see what that's about. And this next page is another group of videos. It's 4 more videos about kids who are trying to change the world. And so what you're going to do is watch the videos, and then you're just going to really quickly type, how did they make a difference? So under each video, for instance, how kids change the world right here, you would watch that, and then you would type right here just a quick recap, like a sentence or two. It doesn't have to be long, about what was that video about. Hopefully these will give you some ideas about what you can be doing in your community. And then on this slide right here, you're going to think about all those projects that you just watched videos about. And think about which one do you think you would want to participate in, and why would you want to do that? And is there something you would do differently, or anything you would change about the way that those kids did their projects? So that's what you're going to be typing about right there on this slide. And then this last slide is kind of a fun one for you. This is for you to think about, what do you want to change? Maybe you want to get people to do a better job of recycling. Maybe you care about pets and animals that are mistreated. Maybe you want to really get people aware of how they can conserve water. Maybe you care about, like the one girl, about child slaves. Maybe you care about how, I know of a project of a person who got involved because he realized that there were children working in really terrible conditions in India. And he got really concerned about that. And so that got him involved there. There's so many ways that you can change your world. Think about what bothers you. Think about what services you would like to see or things you would like to see happen. So that's what you're going to be doing here. You're just going to identify something and then just maybe put in a short plan. How would you change that? What do you think you could do to change that? Could you get a group of people together? Could you order some things that might be difficult about doing it? So that's what you're going to be doing on that page. And then this last page is really kind of a thinking page for you to just read through. And it ends with the question, how will you change the world? And you don't need to type an answer to that, but think about it. How do you want to make the world a better place? Think about how you can do that, and then I'd love to hear how you decide you would maybe do that. So enjoy it, and happy thoughts.